What's going on, guys? It is Brandon Draper, the Motivational King, and welcome to the Daily Talk with the King. And today we're going to talk about what do you see when you look in the mirror? What do you really see? Do you see a champion? Do you see someone that is full of fight and vigor? Or do you see something different? Most people, when they look in the mirror, what's in their head and what's on the outside is two different things. You have to understand that who you are mentally has to be stronger than who you are physically, until who you are physically can get as strong as you are mentally. Now, that is a process that takes a lot of getting to know who you are, being around a lot of positive thinking, getting yourself engulfed in positive tapes and CDs and association, because oftentimes, when we hold that mirror up and we look in the mirror, the person that we see, that we're staring off at, seems so different. Wow. So, today's talk is about the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror. Now, I'm not talking about the dance, Michael Jackson. I'm talking about who you are. Your character, your integrity, and all those things. And I talk about it in Becoming Who You Should Be Despite Who You Are, the book, where I talk about, your character is, what you truly are. Your reputation is what is perceived of you, but until people really see who you are, it's hard for them to gauge. It's just going off your reputation, but when you're there and people get to interact with you, you can see your real character and your real integrity. And, it's hard because no matter what you do, whatever profession you may find yourself, we all go through our own difficult things. We all go through life, whatever like that. So you have to learn to govern yourself, be something oftentimes that you've never become before. You got to do things you've never done before. You have to accept things that you've never accepted before. So how do you do that and still maintain a balance of knowing who you are in the midst of all that? Understand that when you go down that road, there's going to be a lot of scrutiny. But if you're able to always grab that mirror and you know who you are, the person that's in the mirror, then you always have the capability of doing greater things in your life. But you got to know who you are. And when you look at that person, is it who you think you are? Is it what you wanted? Are you doing everything that you always wanted in life? Is it coming to fruition, or all the labor and things that you've done, it seems like you bear no fruit? Because the person you're looking at in the mirror is different than the person that's in the physical realm. So how do you align the person in the physical realm up into the person in your mind? And it takes you finding out, number one, what is it that you want? What is your why? What is your passion? What were you placed here on this earth? And some people will disagree with me when I say this, but I personally believe that everyone's purpose, you already know your purpose, but you may not have realized it. It's no different than you riding a 10-speed bike. The 10-speed bike has the capability of changing gears up and down depending on the terrain. But if you do not realize it and you're going up a hill, instead of changing gears, you stay in the same gear and you struggle to the point you have to get off the bike. So the bike has its purpose. It can go up and shift down, but if the operator, the person that's in the driver's seat, does not realize the capability of the equipment that they're using, then what? How can you ever find your purpose? So you already have it within you. Everything you need is within you, despite what resources you have or don't have. Everything you need is already within you. Can you pull it out? Now, I see so many people trying to figure out, well, what is my purpose and what is it? And you ask questions. You ask a lot of good questions, but you don't ask the great questions. The great questions are questions like, what actions do I need to take? Not really concerned about what other people are doing, but what actions do I need to take? And you know, I looked on Facebook and I see people that struggling in their business. They want their business to grow exponentially, but only thing you see is posts of pictures and non-sequential stuff that's going on in their life, but they won't post anything about their business. They won't do a video. They won't do anything of significance to increase their value so that other people will pour into their business the way that they perceive their business to be. No one is going to put more into something than you do, and if you are the main person, the head person of whatever business or operation you're doing. Your employees are not going to do more than you as the owner. Okay, your friends are not going to do more in supporting you than you're willing to support yourself and in your endeavors. So until you understand that you have to take charge, play a proactive role in your own life, and understand when you look at that mirror that you eventually become just as strong up here as you are here in your heart, that your outside physical body starts to believe everything that your mind is saying, starts to believe everything that your heart is saying, and eventually you become the true potential. You become who you should be despite who you are today. This is the Motivational King Daily Talks with the King Show. I'll see you tonight on the Motivational King Radio Show.